my phone is on silent. I don't think my phone is on silent. Hi, my name is Awele Emili and I am 21 years old. I'm an artist and I just recently graduated from school from a medical course. I draw a lot. I create art, digital illustration, cartoons, comics, designs, basically anything. Oh, and I'm also learning how to animate. It's like, I really like to make my drawings move and talk, so yeah. I've been drawing for a long time, since primary school. I just liked drawing. I can remember there was one show I was watching when I was young, maybe like I was 9 or 8. And then I was like, oh, how did they make these things move? I know they drew them, like how did they? So from there I was just trying to learn how to create something like that. And it was Disney Channel I was watching. Since then I've just been trying to be better, trying to draw and make art. Everything around me is an inspiration, and then I just start making art on what I feel like making. Not just, oh, I have to make this. I just make things that I want to make. That's how I create my stuff. And then I check out people's drawings to other artists out of the country and in Nigeria. I'm like, oh, this is cool. They also give me inspiration. I don't really have a best work. When I make my art, I'm always so happy about the newest art I make. Then I make another one, and then I'm like, oh God, this one is so good. So I don't really have, I just keep making, and then they're all just the same. But if they're new, if I just created it, I'm just like, yeah, this one is really, really good, so. I am inspired by Walt Disney. Like the whole Disney concept of creating art. All the Moana and Frozen and all those stuff, I really like. Like Disney inspires me like maybe like 90% of. And then there are other artists too that I like Gabriel Piccolo, Glenn King. Glenn King is also under Disney, so yeah, they are foreign artists. So, but yeah, I also like artists that are in Nigeria too. Like there's this guy Segun Samson. His art is like really cool, and Olubunmi John. The art's really good too. So there are so many people, like, I just derive inspiration from a lot of people. Like, I just look at their work and it's really good. Most of the things I make, the comics, are relatable because, well, most of the time Nigerian children experience the same, like, they have the same experiences, like, cause, okay, we have cousins, we have different family members that, oh, they'll tell you your story and they'll tell you this and that. Me also, I experienced things that I just feel like, oh, this has happened in this house too. Like when you're gisting and you just say, oh, this happened to me, like, oh my God, my mom also did this to me. All this kind of stuff. So it's some things that you just know, oh, this happens everywhere in Africa. I think that's why people relate to it a lot, because I just feel like, oh, this should be something that has happened in this person. And so, I don't know, the people just really relate to it, and it's surprising that, oh God. So, I would like to collaborate with a lot of brands that would need art to have a voice with art, to make people see the message we're trying to pass across using art. Because in Nigeria, we're in a society where we don't really see art as, oh, necessary. We just, like, I just want to meet brands that will be able to create stuff that the country will be like, oh God, this is actually cool, related to art, and it's passing across a message. So like different things, basically anything that we can pass across with brands and messages, yeah. Okay, there's this comic that I liked reading when I was young, this Archie comic, and most of the characters in the book are like white people. And Africans, the Nigerians mostly, we don't read, we're not really a reading culture. Like we don't read books that have just a few people, but most generally, we don't really read books that have African stories in them. We'd rather buy stuff like Archie, like the foreign kind. So I was thinking like, maybe I could actually make something like Archie for Africa. That would be really cool. Like a comic that is African based. for African. If we could relate to it more, then maybe we would want to read it. When they give me a brief to create something, I just imagine it, and then I let them know my idea, and they're always like, oh, I like your idea. Yeah, create it, do that. And then when I do it, they'll be like, this is really nice. I like your art, I like your style. And I'll be like, yeah, you're welcome. Most of the time. But there are some people that'll be like, can you do this? Can you add this? Can you? Yeah, we always have, but most of the time they like what I imagine, and I always interpret the brief based on how I see it in my head. So if you notice, there are like two ways I draw. There's one that is more detailed than, because my comic strips are not so detailed. Like it's like a simpler way of drawing so that I can be faster and I can create like a larger amount of comic strips, like comic slides for the comic, compared to other ones you see on my page where you'd see maybe characters looking like some particular characters, and you see more shading and more lighting. So like one whole box for the comic can take like 3-4 hours to make. That's minus research, like, because I also research for references on poses, and before that, because I also draw from my mind too, like from memory. But it takes like 4 hours to just make like one whole box, coloring and shading. And it depends if the box has like very few characters and very like minimal background and all that stuff. But like the more detailed ones, they take a while, because it takes days. I can't draw from morning till night. I have breaks in between, so it takes like 3 days, 2 days. But to make a whole strip, that takes time. Like a whole 10 slide takes time. I like making art, so when I sketch my work, I scan it into my system and then I import it into the software I want to use. It can be Clip Studio, it can be Photoshop. So when it's in the software, I use my graphic tablet and the pen to make the drawing. Like I make a line art of the drawing, then I add colors, and then shading and lighting and basically all the little details of everything. So after that, if I want to animate, I import it into After Effects After Effects. Oh, I do them in different layers so that I can animate. So in After Effects, it's another long process to make it move. I'm still learning animation, so yeah, it's all good.